leaving the quiet sanctuary behind. City limits are waiting. Just breathe. Clicking the safety harness firmly right across my chest, leaving the weekend hideout and the necessary rest. Driving back toward the heavy glowing city line, leaving the isolation and the rural peace behind. The Lofi beat is brooding like my weary quiet soul, watching the dark and empty midnight highway unroll. I don't wanna face the chaos waiting in the town, just letting the window down to hear the midnight sound. Oh, I'm just a voyager, rolling down the lane, trying to delay the heavy pressure and the strain. Just catching homegrown vibes, letting out the stress. The nightfall frequency is peaceful. It is nothing less. I grip the leather steering wheel and keep the vision clear, watching all the distant yellow street lights disappear. The dashboard casting shadows with the subtle amber hue, pushing through the reluctance that I never outgrew. The engine purrs softly underneath the metal hood, holding on to silence for as long as I safely could. The rhythm of the tires matching with the beating heart, ready for the complicated morning to start. Oh, I'm just a voyager, rolling down the lane, trying to delay the heavy pressure and the strain. Just catching homegrown vibes, letting out the stress. The nightfall frequency is peaceful. It is nothing less. Just a voyager, rolling down the lane, reluctant ignition. Nightfall frequency. Holding on to the peace. Let's ride.
The rubber tires humming on the dark and quiet street, escaping from the emptiness, returning to defeat. My mind is fighting hard against the upcoming transition, clinging to the remnants of a peaceful disposition. The battlefield of duty's waiting right outside the door. I'm trying to hold on to the calm I had before. The rhythm of the engine keeps a very steady pace. I'm moving safely forward in this isolated space. This rolling sanctuary acts as a fortress of mine. Believe in the absolute tranquility behind. Gathering all of my focus beneath the amber beam, drafting the silent maneuvers to capture the dream. Capture the dream. Yeah. The tempo is pushing the pace, the snare is beginning to snap. My hands are perfectly placed, the seatbelt across my lap, watching the shadows stretch out on the passing concrete wall, ignoring the voices of the marble that begin to call, organizing the scattered debris into a tactical line, knowing the chaos is waiting right at the border sign. The highway is completely still, but inside the gears are alive, fortifying the spirit and building the power to drive. This rolling sanctuary acts as a fortress of mine. Believe in the absolute tranquility behind. Gathering all of my focus beneath the amber beam, drafting the silent maneuvers to capture the dream. Capture the dream. Yeah. Drafting the silent maneuvers into a fortress of mine. The gears are alive now. Yeah. keep driving forward, I'm ready.
Hear that snare? That's the foundation. Doubts are gone. Time to prepare for the front lines. Yeah. Hear that snare? That's the foundation. Doubts are gone. Time to prepare for the front lines. The hesitation crumbles when the rhythm hits the ground, replacing the uncertainty with undeniable sound. The quiet isolation isn't just a place to hide, it's a solitary chamber where the strategies reside. The deep and nagging doubts are shrinking rapidly to dust, rebuilding the foundation and the necessary trust. This midnight commute is now a sequence to prepare, guided by the snapping of the confident and steady snare.
A growing sense of stoic determines, man, it takes the lead, providing all the energy and discipline I need. Foundation is unbreakable, the mental walls are thick, moving with a purpose that is calculated, quick.
Yeah. I check the rear view mirror with my seatbelt fastened in, ready for the complicated morning to begin. The clean electric guitar is a weapon in the dark, igniting the perimeter and leaving a distinct mark. The Hammond organ swells to match the beating in my chest, knowing that this solitary journey was the best. The blueprint is the safer than the preparation done, steering with a steady hand to meet the rising sun.
A growing sense of stoic determines, and it takes the lead, providing all the energy and discipline I need. The foundation is unbreakable, the mental walls are thick, moving with a purpose that is calculated, quick.
The architecture of the mind is resolute and sound. Yeah. The heavy doubts are buried deep beneath the midnight ground. Yeah. The strategy is locked inside this moving quiet space. Yeah. Ready to step out and look the morning in the face. Yeah.
The heavy burdens waiting at the final destination, building up a wall of deep and quiet hesitation. I let the sudden panic surface for a little while, watching all the distance shrinking mile after mile, afraid of being swallowed by the overwhelming tide, but staying safely buckled in the middle of the ride. This dark and empty highway is a space between the worlds, watching how the mystery of the midnight sky unfurls.
Oh, I'm just a voyager, floating in the in-between, caught inside the static of a cinematic scene, validating every single shadow and the fear, the nightfall frequency.
Just keeping my vision clear, keeping my vision clear. Yeah. I check the rear view mirror and I let the heater hum. My fingertips are tapping to the rhythm of the drum. The headlights pierce the darkness on this long and lonely route, untangling the heavy knots of solitary doubt. No turning back the vehicle, no altering the fate, just carrying the heavy in the generational weight. I close my heavy eyes a second at the stoplight red, accepting all the terrifying battles dead ahead.
Oh, I'm just a voyager, floating in the in-between, caught inside the stars. cinematic scene, validating every single shadow and the fear, the nightfall frequency.
Just keeping my vision clear, just a voyager.
In the in-between,
Validating the fear.
nightfall frequency.
I face it when I arrive. Street lights flashing by, one after another. Can't hide out in the quiet forever. Just gotta keep moving forward now. Yeah. Secured in the cabin, the seatbelt is fastened tight. Watching the solitary street lamps cut through the night. The rhythmic white dashes are flying across the lane, acting like a pendulum washing inside my brain. Surrendering the ego right down to the rolling tire, leaving behind all the ash from the weekend fire. Knowing that hiding forever is simply out of reach. Listening to the lessons the midnight begins to teach. Hypnotic metronome is guiding the steady wheels, processing exactly how the quiet surrender feels. The forward motion pulling me out of the empty space, finding my balance inside of this lonely race. Inside of this lonely race, yeah, inside of this lonely race. The amber illumination briefly washing my face, a temporary spotlight inside of this darkened space. No longer fighting the current or pulling against the tide, accepting the inevitable nature of the ride. The analog synth is vibrating the heavy door. I'm leaving the hesitation resting upon the floor. The rhythm is pulling me closer toward the town, letting the heavy reluctance completely drown. Hypnotic metronome is guiding the steady wheels, processing exactly how the quiet surrender feels. The forward motion pulling me out of the empty space, finding my balance inside of this lonely race. Inside of this lonely race. Hypnotic metronome, guiding the wheels. Quiet surrender, inevitable motion. Deep, heavy exhale. Yeah, that cold air feels right. The chaos is draining out. Time to lock in and focus. faking the breath of the artificial and freezing breeze, putting the loud and the tangled anxieties at ease. The psychological shift is beginning to take control, a necessary transition to stabilize the soul. The mental chaos is draining completely down the vent, replacing the frantic exhaustion with pure intent. A heavy and physical sigh releases the quiet strain, washing the lingering tension entirely down the drain. The cold air is clearing the static out of the view, setting a mental foundation entirely fresh and new. The focus required is settling deep in my tired chest, putting the turbulent echoes completely back to rest. Yeah, completely back to rest. Hands at the 10 and the 2 on the leather wheel, checking the mirrors and trusting the calm I feel. The safety harness is holding my weary shoulder tight, navigating securely across the remaining night. The upright bass is providing a deeply supportive track, knowing there isn't a reason for looking back. The focus is sharp and the vision is strictly aligned, leaving the messy emotional turbulence far behind. The cold air is clearing the static out of the view, setting a mental foundation entirely fresh and new. The focus required is settling deep in my tired chest, putting the turbulent echoes completely back to rest. Yeah, completely back to rest. Yeah, completely back to rest. Clearing the static. Clearing the static.
There it is. Yeah. The skyline, barely visible, but it's there. The reluctance is gone. Let's map out this upcoming week. Is dropping the comfort in wooden tone, reminding my spirit that I am not riding here alone. The distant horizon is painting a faint and jagged line, the towering glass of the city beginning to faintly shine. The inner reluctance I harbor that's completely passed away, replaced by a quiet reflection, preparing to seize the day. The water is perfectly still on the surface of my mind, ready to tackle the puzzles that logic and fate design. Skyline is calling from out of the midnight haze, ready to strategize all of the upcoming demanding days. The surface is calm and the vision is highly exact, keeping the armor and deeply lisect core intact. Yeah, the deeply lisect core intact. The engine is purring, the seatbelt is locked across the chest, taking the final few miles of this solitary rest. The corporate piano is building a steady and solid floor. I'm ready to walk through the upcoming corporate door, structuring plans in my head for the heavy, intense routine, observing the distant and slowly approaching urban scene. The fear of the calendar doesn't control the narrative. I'm holding the wheel and I'm choosing exactly how I live. Is calling from out of the midnight haze, ready to strategize all of the upcoming digging. The surface is calm and the vision is highly exact, keeping the armor and deeply exactly core intact. Yeah, the deeply exactly core intact.
Looking in the rearview mirror, those old mistakes look so small now. Time to let them fade out completely. Just breathe. Yeah, leaving the echo of the crowded avenues behind, untangling the complicated wires in my mind. The bitter memories are riding in the leather back, but I am safely navigating down this empty track. I glance into the mirror as the miles begin to grow, and watch the old decisions losing all their heavy glow. The constant self-critique is finally losing all its power, surrendering to silence in the solitary hour. They're just objects in the rearview, shrinking in the night, fading into nothingness beneath the amber light. The steady, slow, and supportive helps the spirit mend, bringing every old regret to a quiet, peaceful end. The safety belt is fastened, keeping every posture straight, releasing all the lingering and unnecessary weight. The upright base is walking with the comforting design, assuring me that everything is perfectly in line. I watch the distant skyline softly blur into the dark, protecting the remaining undeniable internal spark. Acceptance is a currency I finally can afford, moving ever forward of my own complete accord. They're just objects in the rearview, shrinking in the night, fading into nothingness beneath the amber light. This steady, slow, and supporting helps the spirit mend, bringing every old regret to a quiet, peaceful end. The glass reflects a chapter that I finally get to close. The rhythm is a river where the deep forgiveness flows. The objects in the mirror vanish quietly from view, steering toward a dawn that feels remarkably brand new. Yeah.
The grip is tighter now. The fog is lifting. Everything is crystal clear. Let's map this out. Yeah. The heavy cloud of worry finally breaks and pulls apart, revealing the mechanics of a newly focused heart. The victim narrative was dragging down the forward pace, but now it disappears into the vast and empty space. I shift the transmission, feeling solid in the seat, observing the geometry of this deserted street. The analog sweeper sounds and sweeps across the lane, erasing the remainder of the paralyzing strain. Safety harness locks my steady body to the frame, refusing to participate in any losing game. The sub-bass is vibrating through the pedals on the floor. I'm tackling the obstacles I used to just ignore. A highly objective understanding settles in the chest, replacing the anxiety with focus at its best. The massive tasks ahead of me are broken down to scale, a calculated strategy that isn't gonna fail.
The fog of dread is lifting, leaving logic in its wake, calculating every single movement I should make. My grip of every steering wheel is purpose held tight, finding sharp
evolves and leaves a highly sharpened view. The mental architecture is entirely built anew. The grip upon the leather is deliberate and strong, ready for the battles where the quiet minds belong.
Hear that snare? That's the foundation. Doubts are gone. Time to prepare for the front lines. Hesitation crumbles when the rhythm hits the ground, replacing the uncertainty with undeniable sound. The quiet isolation isn't just a place to hide, it's a solitary chamber where the strategies reside. The deep and nagging doubts are shrinking rapidly to dust, rebuilding the foundation and a necessary trust. This midnight commute is now a sequence to prepare, guided by the snapping of the confident and steady snare.
A growing sense of stoic determination takes the lead, providing all the energy and discipline I need. The foundation is unbreakable, the mental walls are thick, moving with a purpose that is calculated, quick.
I check the rear view mirror with my seatbelt fastened in, ready for the complicated morning to begin. The clean electric guitar is a weapon in the dark, igniting the perimeter and leaving a distinct mark. The Hammond organ swells to match the beating in my chest, knowing that this solitary journey was the best. The blueprint is deciphered and the preparation done, steering with a steady hand to meet the rising sun.
A growing sense of stoic determination takes the lead, providing all the energy and discipline I need. The foundation is unbreakable, the mental walls are thick, moving with a purpose that is calculated, quick.
The architecture of the mind is resolute and sound. The heavy doubts are buried deep beneath the midnight ground. The strategy is locked inside this moving quiet space, ready to step out and look the morning in the face. Yeah. Feeling the pulse now. Doesn't have to be a wildfire, just a pilot light, ready to go. Yeah. Pushing through the dense and heavy silence of the night, shifting every paradigm and stepping toward the light. The narrative I carried was a burden and a chore, but I'm not running from the complicated anymore. The steering wheel is solid as I hold it in my grip, no longer feeling like the power's starting to slip. I'm owning every chapter that is written in my name, refusing to be just a pawn inside a broken game. Finding my direction when the path was completely lost, navigating safely without calculating the cost. Yeah, the steady burning ember is warming up the chest, ready for the action, feeling thoroughly at rest. Yeah, thoroughly at rest. Yeah. The safety belt world is locked and keeping every posture straight, accepting all the consequences, opening the gate. The clean electric guitar is ringing out a steady chord, reminding me of everything that's quiet as restored. The pilot light is burning with the focus, quiet heat, as I prepare to exit onto a demanding street. No roaring flames of anger, just a calculated plan. I'm driving forward now as an entirely different man. Finding my direction when the path was completely lost, navigating safely without calculating the cost. No, the steady burning ember is warming up the chest, ready for the action, feeling thoroughly at rest. Yeah, thoroughly at rest. Yeah, yeah. My direction when the path was completely lost, navigating safely without calculating the cost. Yeah. Steady burning ember is warming up the chest, ready for the action, feeling thoroughly at rest. Yeah, thoroughly at rest. Thoroughly at rest. Yeah.
Merging onto the interstate. The lights are bright. The path is set. Mindset locked.
The monochromatic curtain finally gets a tear. Heard a hint of blue light piercing through the heavy wall. A mist beginning to divide, replacing all the urges to passively go hide. Looking at the obstacles, it's still so incredibly tall. Realizing there are massive barricades at all, just a set of stepping stones leading to the gate. Calculated movements that determine my own fate. The mind is a machine, running highly focused code, ready to maneuver down a complicated road.
The forest light of blue is cutting through the deep, waking up the spirit from the necessary sleep. Approaching the morning with a curious design. Every single stepping stone is perfectly aligned. Yeah, perfectly aligned.
Observing the transition of the colors in the sky. No longer feeling panic, there's the minutes multiply. The shift is entirely finished, the preparation done. Calculating angles for the rising of the sun. Analog ciphers lapping up the quiet room, dispelling the remainder of the pessimistic gloom. Curiosity replacing every single trace of dread, focused on the sequence of the puzzle right ahead.
The first light of blue is cutting through the deep, waking up the spirit from a necessary sleep. Approaching the morning with a curious design. Every single stepping stone is perfectly aligned. They're perfectly aligned. Perfectly
Yeah. Yeah. Taking the exit. The city is loud, but the mind is quiet. The armor is polished, ready to step back in. Yeah. Yeah.
creek curves and brings me to the local street. The tires rolling steady to a highly optimistic beat. The challenges of yesterday are waiting in the urban grid, but I am looking at them different than I ever did. Emotional defenses have been scrubbed and fully shined, leaving all the frantic hesitation miles and miles behind. A quiet and unyielding dignity begins to rise, looking at the towering buildings with completely open eyes.
Oh, yeah. Exiting the dark and moving back into the fray, carrying a light and highly focused energy today. The emotional armor is restored and perfectly aligned. A quiet kind of warrior with a highly sharpened mind. Yeah, a highly sharpened mind. Yeah.
Safety harness clips me safely as I navigate the turns, watching how the yellow glow of every corner street light burns. A Hammond organ fills the cabin with the deeply healing tone, knowing I can face the coming battle standing on my own. The frantic, noisy arena doesn't scare me anymore. I built a solid fortress deep inside the inner core. The electric guitar is ringing out a very bright chord, a sonic representation of a spirit completely restored.
Oh, yeah. Exiting the dark and moving back into the fray, carrying a light and highly focused energy. The emotional armor is restored and perfectly aligned. A quiet kind of warrior with a highly sharpened mind. Yeah, a highly sharpened mind. Yeah.
The off-ramp curving gently toward the sleeping avenue. The windshield perfectly reflecting the perspective brand new. The engine purring softly as the intersections gleam, returning to the surface from a deeply healing dream.
Breaking it down, step by step. The mind is a sharpened tool now. Let's execute the blueprint. Yeah. The rhythm is encouraging, pushing the momentum high underneath the canopy of a retreating dark sky. Visualizing every target waiting in the morning light, breaking down the massive hurdles to a manageable bite. No longer overwhelmed by the impossible demands. I hold a tactical and highly actionable sequence in my hands. The mind is a precision instrument, perfectly awake, calculating every single movement I am gonna make. Aligning my intention with the driving steady beat, refusing any option that resembles a retreat. The blueprint is realistic, every detail is refined, execution flowing from a sharpened, logical mind. Yeah, a sharpened, logical mind. Yeah, a sharpened, yeah. The safety belt secures my chest as I approach the traffic light, watching how the red and green illuminate the fading night. The road's piano plays a melody to push the vision on, preparing the mechanics for the breaking of the dawn. Taking the intimidating projects, cutting them to size, looking at the coming obstacles with calculating eyes. The beat is the momentum, the strategy is the key, unlocking all the highly focused power inside of me. Aligning my intention with the driving steady beat, refusing any option that resembles a retreat. The blueprint is realistic, every detail is refined, execution flowing from a sharpened, logical mind. Yeah, a sharpened, logical mind. Yeah, a sharpened, yeah. The greenhouse phase.
light signals motion on the empty boulevard. The master plan is drafted and the outer shell is hard. The gears are turning flawlessly inside the mental frame. A sharpened tool preparing for the center of the game.